Welcome everyone to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am your host, DV Smiley, bringing you sOaK LaNe versus Roll1 Esports. Big match here. As we took a look at the standings, you can see that sOaK LaNe currently up pretty high in the rankings. We take a look, you can see we got sOaK LaNe currently tied for 4th at 7 points, just behind the kind of stack of 3 teams in B West, tied at number 1 with 9 points. Roll1 Esports, meanwhile, down tied for 6th through 8th place at 5, but it's really a traffic jam here in C West, as only 2 points separate 5th and 11th place right now in the standings as they are updated at the moment. So very important, I think, for Roll1 Esports to try to find some wins here if they want to improve their playoff seeding. But of course, not going to be easy. sOaK LaNe's a good team, and they can be a bit unconventional. So got to be prepared to deal with that, as we are going to see Hanzo going to be the first ban, targeting something we've seen a bit from, I believe it was Zad. Might have been Poe. No, I think it was Zad that's mostly played Hanzo. Samuro banned out, not wanting to give Metaho a very high comfort healer, or hero, excuse me, not healer. Metaho is, the Metaho is known for playing off meta and playing very well off meta. And so, wanting to deny those picks at the moment. We see the Nubrak ban. Rock Your World does love himself some ETC, but we could see it sniped with the first pick. Do we see the Gaz ban? That's the question. It's gonna be the Chromie ban. Okay, we're not banning out Gazlo. As you can expect, Metaho known for the Gaz, but very targeted bans though. I don't look at Samuro or Chromie and think like, wow, now there's a top tier meta hero. So definitely targeting some comfort choices. First pick gonna be, it's gonna be the Tyrande. So Stroh's going to grab Tyrande. Great on the map. The vision alone is useful, but of course the main focus, the Hunter's Mark, paired with the burn onto the Immortal. Poe is gonna grab the Rainer, so good Immortal burn, and of course Rock Your World getting the ETC. And Roll1 Esports definitely puts a lot of priority onto that ETC, and Rock Your World plays it quite well, so I think that's a very good get for them. But now, what do we see sOaK LaNe get? Do they grab their tank before we get to the next phase? There's the Gazlo. We expected it. And DMN is going to grab the Vala. So that is a pick that definitely brings a lot of burn to the table, but DMN going to have to position very carefully. Rock Your World very good at isolating targets, and Vala can be squishered by the Rainer as well as whatever follow-up they get. Seeing a tank denial, saying, alright, we don't want to deal with Joanna, we have the Rainer. That does leave up heroes like the Garrosh, which we've seen from Philip K. He could grab that, that could be strong. Diablo also still available. Both, I think, would pair extremely well with the Tyrande and the Vala. Ana gonna get banned out, so try to make sure Wanaba doesn't go on that. Now, Wanaba does like himself some Stukov. Would not be surprised to see that here. You can go ETC Stukov and use the power slide to set up root combos. Very, very strong combo. And there it is. Wanaba gonna grab the Stukov, as well as we see the Li Ming coming out from Zad. Zad going to get some good poke here to help kind of potentially punish Vala. The burst damage, of course, going to follow up great with the ETC if it's there. Really on just the team to execute. But Roll1 Esports, they've been around the block a few times, and they can execute this ETC combo quite well based on my past experience. There's the Diablo. I figured it would either be Diablo or Garrosh, and I was leaning Diablo, so here we see it. Elfos going to be the last pick, so not really a mortal burn, but definitely on a team fight. But this means that they're really counting on Diablo to get good engages. Once Diablo gets the engage, you can get the gravity lapse with the lunar flare follow-up, and that could even help set up Explodium charge. Big Beard gonna grab Dahaka. Interesting choice onto the map. Not necessarily what I was expecting. But here we go, everyone. Jumping into this series, we did see, of course, as everyone knows to watch out for, we did in fact see Metaho jumping onto that Gazlo, and gonna get some value here potentially. I'm worried a bit about how Dahaka clears lane against Metaho. And this being a 2-lane map, you know, there's quite a big gap between the lanes, so we could see a lot of value for Gazlo top, but it's going to be on Big Beard to step up in a big way. So taking a look once again at the maps, we're on Battlefield of Eternity now. We are still bans onto Alterac and Sky Temple. We also saw bans on Shrines and Tomb. So with that, interesting to see how this series goes. Already set up for quite the match here in game number 1.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
And jumping in now, we can see. Oops. There we go. Jumping into the series now, we can see our two teams set up and ready to go. On the left, sOaK every lane. Philip K going to be on Diablo. Strobe's going to be on Tyrande. Tornado going to be on Kel'Thas. DMN going to be on Vala. Up here in the top, of course, Metaho on the Gazlo. And over on the right, we're going to have Big Beard in the top. Down here towards the bottom, you're going to see Rock Your World on the ETC. We're going to see Wanaba on sOaK. Zad going to be on the Li Ming. And Poe going to be on the Raynor. And initially, Diablo in that push. ETC going to see it, but good poke damage there from Zad. Taking a look at level 1 talents. Pretty much what you'd expect across the board on this map, say for the Aether Walker, only just because you don't see it a lot, kind of regardless. Could indicate Calamity build. Vala going with that Q build. Explodium charge going to be the choice from Gazlo. That said, Dahaka starting okay in the lane. Gonna be on Dahaka to trade well here. Taking a look now at the bottom lane. Both teams kind of in a standoff. Nothing really happening too much yet. As Zad looking potentially at the camp, seeing if anyone's on it. And Roll1 actually wanting to start this camp here. We are going to see the invade. Rock Your World, excuse me for that. Rock Your World, though, going to have to power slide away and actually spreading Living Bomb to his team. So that's going to be an effective camp steal here by sOaK every lane. And so, well executed there. Rock Your World just taking too much damage. There's the stun on Rock Your World with the face melt. Ooh, but Rock Your World could drop all the same to the Living Bomb. He does. sOaK not able to get that heal out in time. Here on the top, Dahaka holding his own against Metaho at the moment. But, of course, our attention's here in the bottom to this Impaler camp. Li Ming gonna chunk some damage out, but we're just seeing the Living Bomb spread by Rock Your World a couple times now. They need to be a little bit smarter about this Living Bomb spread, as so far Kel'Thas getting a lot of value with it. And already 5 globes onto his mana addict, only 2 globes for ETC's Broad Rock by comparison. Well, that's level 4 picked up. As Vala going to be able to get the stacking Q now. Big Beard doing very well into this top lane. Perhaps I, to quote George W. Bush, misunderestimated how effective Dahaka could be into the Gazlo. Is Dahaka actually going to burrow? Don't really know what that burrow was. Did Dahaka just burrow into the same bush Dahaka was already in? Question mark? I mean, I saw him burrow. Did he cancel? Anyway. Now we're seeing already sOaK every lane in position to get some burn. But ETC stepping up as well. So now the Immortal up, and it was actually, excuse me, not in position to burn, in position to defend. The Immortal does drop, though. We're already seeing Gazlo and DMN go to town. Big Beard now burrowing towards the bottom. Burrowing towards the back, looking for some type of engage. dahaka not able to get the tongue onto the squishies on the backline. Rocky Roll doing some good zoning. But as it stands, sOaK every lane getting a pretty healthy lead there onto the Immortal phase. Excuse me. Roll1 Esports now needing to try to match some burn, but this early in the game, already we're seeing the power of the Vala with the Tyrande doing quite a lot of burn. So sOaK every lane's going to grab this. And good globe steals there by Diablo, so bringing Kel'Thas even close to that mana addict. As we see, the Immortal will come top. dahaka walking towards the bottom. Here comes the Immortal now. There's a stun onto Tyrande. Or excuse me, onto LaNe. LaNe gonna get away. Silence there by Wanaba, trying to just make sure that happens. This Immortal pretty healthy at the moment, as are the members of sOaK every lane. Rocky Roll trying to step up, but this wall is gonna go down, and the Immortal still has quite a bit of HP. Raynor gonna have to do some burn, but that could enable philipK to look for this invade, and that is indeed what he's doing. There's a power slide. Silence onto Diablo. Diablo now taking a lot of damage, but there's the Elun's Chosen, and Tyrande can just auto-attack the fourth, but is it going to be enough? philipK is so low, but the Elun's Chosen is Elun's Chosen, and so Diablo going to be able to walk away from this one. Roll1 Esports looking potentially up at this siege camp. As dahaka checking to see where Gaz is, but Gaz had Hearth. Now we have a fight up top, and there's a power slide onto ETC. He has the Lunar Flare hit him and spreads the Living Bomb to his team. Zad now up in the front, but this is an awkward position here for Roll1 Esports. Poe takes a Flame Strike there. He's quite low. dahaka burrows in, though, trying to look for the pick. There's the Elun's Chosen once again onto Diablo, keeping him alive. DMN, though, has a dahaka all over. There's the power slide into the face melt. Does the tongue land? Looks like Vala's going to be able to walk away here, but once again, the Living Bomb spread, and this whole time, Gazlo starts pushing up bottom, getting some value here. Living Bomb spread needs to be cleaned up by Roll1 Esports. It's really hurting them right now. Up top, though, chance for sOaK every lane to push in. Roll1 Esports sending dahaka top, but this fort will be down before he gets there. Bottom siege, though, going to get picked up by Roll1, so they are going to be able to get a couple camps onto the map. dahaka up top. philipK is low, but Elun's Chosen enabling him to soak those tower shots and otherwise be fine. Roll1 deciding, though, I think that they're going to push underneath the tower into this Metaho Gazlo. Try to get some value. They do have bottom burn, so they can rotate in fairly quickly, but it looks like we're going to see sOaK every lane rotating right now, looking like a defend. We are seeing Gazlo move straight into the burn. But down here in the bottom, Roll1 Esports starting a burn of their own, but here comes philipK looking for the engage, separating out ETC. Good shove into the stun. ETC having a power slide away. Very low health, and the Living Bomb spread once again. So right now, they have a burn. They're close to halftime, and it looks like we actually have dahaka pushing into Metaho up here. So still a hard defense on the side of sOaK every lane, not really committing to doing these lanes up. Now ETC, though, possibly looking for the engage. There's the silence onto Diablo. Diablo gonna have to run back 3 signs, but he does go down. And there you see the power of low blow helping to secure that kill. sOaK getting the credit for it. dahaka now, though, needs to be careful. sOaK every lane rotating up, but this is a very big halftime lead here for Roll1 Esports. They're going to send Raynor back to burn, as well as Li Ming and sOaK. They're going to keep dahaka and ETC up front to try to stall, and dahaka could try to boot people into those stuns. Vala burn, though, equalizing somewhat quickly. Obviously, Roll1 going to win this, but oh boy, there's a Gravity Lapse onto Big Beard, and Gazlo and Kel'Thas going to be able to secure that kill. And that's a good kill for sOaK every lane to get. It's going to give them a chance to, looking for the APOC engage. Finds the stun onto Wanaba. There's the Lunar Flare follow. 4 Lunar Flare stacks so far, but now with this Immortal already spawning up towards the fort, We're only just now seeing Roll1 rotate in. And already the shields are down. They need to at least get the wall. A kill onto Philip K would be huge here. Because he is not yet at souls, he would not reset. Meanwhile, Vala already up to 11 stacks, but here comes the level 10s. We have Hyperion Mosh Pit by Rock Your World. Doesn't find anyone. Cue Billy Idol, because Rock Your World is dancing with himself. There's the mass flailing swipe, excuse me, to try to get Rainer out, but he's going to drop. ETC caught out. He's going to drop. Looks like we had a DC there. We're going to get the pause. Rock's mouse isn't working. So we'll try to get that. I think that could explain the kind of errant mosh we had there. But taking a look at the ultimates. Apoc, Starfall, Reign of Vengeance, Phoenix, and Graviton Surge, I believe that's, or not Graviton Surge, or Gravo Bomb, that's it, excuse me. I always mix up that and the name of Gul'dan's, or not Gul'dan's, Zarya's ult. On the other side, Mosh Pit, Hyperion, Wave of Force going to be chosen. Trying to knock people potentially into Mosh or knock people into stuns. Contagion, not Contagion, excuse me, Isolation, Contagion's level 20, and then the Flailing Swipe from Stukov. Yeah, looks like we have a pause. I'll wait here a bit, but we may go to a break if it takes particularly long. Looking at the map right now, though. Take some time. You can see that top fort vulnerable, but still standing, which means that catapults are spawning every third wave in top lane on the side of SEL, sOaK every lane, that are being unmatched by Roll1, so they have to be aware of that macro advantage. Dahaka soaking in the bottom right now, as we did have a 5-man defense, so Dahaka could get some value, but this bottom still very clear. All right, Rock Your World saying it's fixed. He's not sure. He's going to give it a shot. Try to get back into this one. Can we get a countdown from 50? Lol. Alright. We're gonna get started here, hopefully. Sec. Okay, well, while we're waiting for that, just take a look once again at the standings. Oh, wait, nope. We're ready. Looks like we're jumping into this. Here comes the unpause. There we go. And I gotta rebind. Hang on. Gotta rebind to my camera. Here we go. Alright. Rotation coming bot. Wanting to clear this up. Gazlo, meanwhile, top. Getting the passive sOaK. Not pushing the lane up too aggressively. And that makes sense. You don't want to overextend when you don't see them on the map. Now I think seeing the members of Rock Your World, Gazlo could step up if he wanted, and gonna do just that. Diablo just gonna retreat from this. No engage at the moment. Dahaka starting to walk top. Nice and steadily to match Gazlo, who's starting onto the top siege camp. Meanwhile, bottom siege camp trying to get picked up by Roll1. They do successfully do so. 2-man APOC, though. Dahaka, though, burrowing into the backline. This could be an opportunity for Roll1 Esports to get some damage. Zad is positioned incredibly aggressively. Stukov trying to get the hill, but it's going to be the Lunar Flare paired with a Diablo auto attack, securing the kill onto Li Ming. And Rock Your World just lost a 5v4 fight. Little bit too aggressive on the positioning there by Zad. Need to be a bit careful. Gazlo, meanwhile, getting a ton of push value, and top already crashing into the keep wall. Vala and company doing the bruiser camp for the side of sOaK every lane, but down here in the bottom, Roll1 actually pushing up into the fort. No one doing this top camp yet, but the immortal spawn is here now. We're gonna see a fight potentially. Roll1 getting Poe up, doing some burn. Rock Your World also here. There's Diablo looking for the stun onto ETC. ETC gonna power slide away, but the living bomb with the gravity lapse could be devastating. No, good defense there by sOaK every lane. Dahaka still clearing up this top lane. Could Z into the fight, presumably. But we're seeing a rotation by Roll1 to make sure they clear up the spot lane. Diablo going for the stun, finds a Li Ming. Massive shove getting pulled out there. Diablo already up to 2 stacks of that shove quest. ETC coming in, trying to peel out the team. But now that's going to set Gazlo up. Gazlo's starting to go to town. You also have... Ooh, there's sOaK going for ETC. There's the gravity lapse. The CC chain working very well, but the lunar flare is a swing and a miss. Rock Your World able to get out with the power slide. But this should be halftime being hit by sOaK every lane. Dahaka, meanwhile, though, trying to find level 13. Good tick over passively, but you might have to take a fight before that on the side of Rock Your World. And trying to go for the defense here, trying to go for some stuns into the Immortal, but the Immortal stun goes off before ETC can power slide in. Dahaka now joining, still no level 13 yet by the side of Roll1 Esports. This Immortal down to about 6,000 health. Diablo comboing up Dahaka there. There's the Gravo Bomb, catches 2 members. Oh, but ETC with the Mosh, gonna secure the kill on the Kale Toss. And now the Starfall, though, gonna punish the members of Roll1. They need to be careful here. Diablo very low, but he is going to survive this. DMN, though, now getting power slid on. Is DMN going to get out of this? Ooh, Zad steps up trying to go for the kill shot, but Diablo is going to punish Li Ming, and then Gazlo is going to secure the kill. Now Diablo goes down, and that is Souls, but he's going to be right back up. Meanwhile, it helps secure the kill onto ETC, onto Raynor, and onto, well, Dahaka actually walked away, but I don't think Dahaka is getting out of this one, especially with the slow out. And that is the 5th kill. So sOaK every lane, gonna be able to grab this, thank you for the raid, Mark Zombie. sOaK every lane, gonna be able to grab this Immortal. Immortal will go bot. We see the members of Roll1 Esports starting to gather for the defense down here. Immortal is here, and Immortal is heavily shielded. This fort will not last long, but Roll1 needs to step up and start burning this shield quickly. And Raynor doing just that. Already his shield down to about half health, but Diablo up on this fort. This is a 5-man push. sOaK every lane very aware they could end game here if they manage to get a couple kills. And need to be very careful. Good face melt by Rock Your World to disengage the Diablo stun charge there. Diablo already up to 4 stacks of that quest. sOaK dropping the Growing Infestation to delay, but one problem with taking Growing Infestation is you can't keep that E down, but there is the power slide on the Gaz. Big Beer trying to dive in. Great peel. Here comes the Explodium. Oh, the Gravo Bomb with the Explodium, securing 2 kills on the Roll1, and Dahaka's going to fall next. Massive shove out from Wanaba, but it's not going to be enough as Li Ming drops, and now it is a very lonely sOaK standing between sOaK every lane and a victory here on map 1. They are going to take this keep down, and they are going to move on to the core. ETC won't be up for 17, and I think sOaK every lane is going to be able to do that. Silence is going to drop, but there's nothing doing there. And this is going to be SEL taking game 1. Very strong showing by sOaK every lane. And really good combo there by Metaho on the Gazlo. It is why Gazlo, not typically seen as a top tier hero, does get banned out from Metaho from time to time. But we are going to see map 1 going in favor of sOaK every lane. Taking a look at the stats here, we see Diablo soaking a lot of damage, only 2 deaths and one of them souls. Other than that, I mean, you got to give all the credit in the world to Tyrande. Tyrande out healing a sOaK. That's actually quite impressive. Managing to keep the team alive. Some fantastic Alloons chosen, some fantastic stuns. But Living Bomb spread was definitely an issue on the side of Roll1, and it put them in some bad spots a couple of times. Rock Your World, I've seen Rock Your World play better. I think Rock Your World will come back strong in the next match. So we're going to get set up and get ready for that. So everyone just stay tuned, and we'll be right back here for the Nexus Gaming Series. Thank you so much for watching.
Dragonshire.
Welcome back, everyone, to Nexus Gaming Series. I am your host, DB Smiley. sOaK every lane, up 1-0 on Roll1 Esports. Very strong map there by sOaK every lane. Roll1 Esports, they had some decent engages, but just weren't able to get the kills. Part of that due to Strogs, who typically has been an assassin player this season, but coming in very strong on the Tyrande on that last... Pardon me. That was disgusting. Everyone report DB Smiley. But now, Dragonshire, this has definitely been a great map for Roll1 Esports. They tend to play this map quite well. They tend to know the macro. They are good at avoiding fights and getting kind of the macro value where they can. We see the Samuro ban as expected. Samuro is just one of the things that when someone is a good Samuro player, like, it's going to do quite well. Yes, Dragonshire indeed. Full of Dargans and Shires. Gaz ban, the respect, the double ban. Metaho, you know, you gotta point out that Metaho is drawing 2 bans onto off-meta heroes. And you gotta give some respect there to Metaho doing that. Takes a lot of skill to do so. But now, what does Metaho play? Typically, it appears to have been Dahaka. We'll see if that holds. But we see Strode's going to stick with the Tyrande here. First pick, and you know, after the first game, it's hard to blame it. You know they're going to go into an ETC, but now you see going to get onto the Kael'thas. They don't want to play against it after that last map. The Living Bomb definitely called issues. I hate that band. I hate the band Imagine Dragons. They suck so bad. They're awful. Oh my god.
Anytime you're
DMN, gonna be grabbing the Rainer. So Poe and DMN... No, technically it wasn't DNM playing that. Diablo, Philip PK. DMN grabbing the Rainer over the Vala this time. Which Rainer's generally better purpose. Do we see the Dahaka ban here? Do we see all 3 bans targeting sOaK or Metaho? We do not. Hanzo ban. Curious. Curious ban. I would have been surprised to have seen a Rainer and a Hanzo on the same team. Perhaps they're worried about that, though. Perhaps it's something they scouted, but this will... Well, I guess Big Beard could grab Dahaka here. Unless he doesn't, which means I imagine we'll see Metaho on Dahaka. Given the map, given the value macro pressure can play. Post 20, Dahaka can be extremely valuable. I think we've typically seen Big Beard on the Leoric on this map. Wanaba once again getting onto Stukov. Definitely been a comfort for him this season. Thad gonna grab Sylvanas. Very strong assassin at the moment, and good single target damage. I like that choice quite a lot. We're gonna probably see a mage from Torchnado, and then Soul Laner from Metaho. Dahaka's available. Malthael, so going at a hero we haven't seen this season as far as at least my stats show. And then Gul'dan is going to be the choice. So trying to get control of the wave clear on this map with the Gul'dan. And then you have Metaho on a Pale Horse could definitely pay dividends in terms of sOaK, but also pretty good in the soul lane and definitely could punish a Dahaka pick. So I don't think you'll see Big Beard take Dahaka here. Thrall is an option. Thrall could actually trade into that. Leoric as well. It's going to be the Rexxar. I like that too. Rexxar, a good pick here on the map. So we're going to see Big Beard on that. So, interesting draft here. Excited to see how this game plays out. I would say sOaK every lane looked really good in game 1, and they got, in my view, the 2 most critical heroes to why that comp succeeded, Diablo and Tyrande. And I think if sOaK Lane can continue to show us what they showed us, I think they could take this map. But that said, this is Roll1 Esports kind of comfort map. So it will be in play. If Roll1's going to do it, though, it's going to come down to really rock your world, kind of cleaning up the play from the last game. Didn't get the quality of play that we know Rock Your World can bring. So just spotlighting this, Rock Your World. It's going to be on you to take us to a Game 3. Everyone, give Rock Your World the energy. I want Game 3. I hope you do too. We are going to head into the match.
Heroes, prepare for combat.
As we take a look, excuse me, take a look here. It's going to be, oh, I am not following. There we go. Hey, all right. On here, on the left side, it's going to be sOaK on Diablo, Metaho up in the top on Malthael, DMN going to be on Raynor, Tornado going to be on Gul'dan, and Strogs going to be on that Tyrande. And on the right, Roll1 Esports, we're going to have Rock Your World once again on ETC. Big Beard going to be on the Rexar. We're going to have Poe on Kael'thas. Zad going to be playing Sylvanas. And Wanaba going to be on sTookOff. And already a focus onto the Bear, but there's a good power slide with the Flame Strike follow-up. Metaho taking a ton of damage. Going to have to back up here. And sOaK actually already taking a lot of damage as well. So decent start here for Roll1. Taking a look at those level 1 talents. Pretty standard across the board here. Rotations coming in. ETC thinks about disrupting rotation, doesn't commit. Focus here on Zad in terms of some damage. But Rock Your World leading this 4-man rotation. Meanwhile, Gul'dan still clearing up the mid lane. We're going to see how Roll1 responds. Looks like they clear the lane. They're going to leave Poe down to try to get the next wave. They're starting their siege camp as well. Rock Your World going to make sure they don't lose any of this sOaK mid. Up here on the top, though, Metaho already having troubles dealing with this Rexar, but Rexar also quite mana dependent as well. Metaho getting some self-sustain, but not really a ton at this point. And I believe Rexar is actually going to prevent Metaho from using Die Alone at level 4. Please tell me if I'm wrong on that, chat. But I believe the interaction is because Rexar and Misha both count as heroes, Die Alone could just be neutered by Rexar standing on top of Misha. Looks like Rexar is going to grab top point. Bottom point, meanwhile, being grabbed by sOaK Lane. Sylvanas starting to rotate down, possibly looking for the flank. Needs to be careful. sOaK has shown a killer instinct. Gul'dan now coming in, getting a very solid number of corruption stacks, already up to 12 in this game. And on track to finish that quest quite early. sOaK, though, taking a lot of damage from the Sylvanas. ETC trying to cap the point, does at least neutralize it, but it's going to go back to sOaK Lane. Diablo going very aggressive for the stun onto Wanaba. Flow is there, but sOaK going to stay alive for the time being. Looks like both teams kind of tapping bottom. We see Rexar and Sylvanas rotating mid to get some soak. Malthael may see this and channel the top point, but a focus down here on the bottom. Rock Your World very low, going to have to walk away from this one. Sylvanas having to back up too, and so with 4 people low, going to give a chance for Malthael to go up onto the top point. Right now, no one mid for Rock Your World. Are they going to be able to get a Dragon Knight? That's the question here. Kael'thas is hard backed, and now Diablo body blocking. Oh, what a great Lunar Flare there. Red like a book on the side of Strokes. Malthael, though, is mid, clearing the lane, doesn't get the channel. Rexar grabbing the top, but here in the bottom is where the action stays. And they're just going to 4-man push and let on a pale horse Malthael soak this. Good flip there onto Rock Your World. He has to power slide through sOaK to get the safety. And keep an eye on these rotations here. Up here in the mid lane, Zad was clearing the lane, now backing up. DMN rotating around, heading towards this bottom lane. ETC on the point at the moment. There's the stun by sOaK. There's the silence with the power slide. Going to potentially do some damage. Lunar Flare, though, is going to land on the Poe. Poe going to have to back this up. 3v4 situation. Roll1 Esports going to have to leave again. We are seeing a hard commit to this bot lane and trusting Malthael's double soak, and Medaho doing a good job keeping the XP lead, actually, for the team. There's the flip, though, onto ETC. ETC going in with the power slide, separates out DNM. DNM running back through the silence, but it's Zad now getting hit by the Lunar Flare in the backside. Has the Wailing Banshee out of there. Zad gonna survive. Still no kills in this game, but level 7 is here on the side of sOaK lane. And with the help of Gul'dan and Malthael, they're doing just that, living up to their namesake. ETC gonna try to channel point again. sOaK has been very good with the Diablo stuns, though. Just seems to have an eye for when he can go for those right stuns. Sylvanas doing the bruiser camp at the moment, while Big Beard continues to do some double soak as well. Heading up towards top lane now. Malthael gonna move on to this point. Big Beard sending Misha up. Needs to get onto the point quick before it turns blue. Does get onto the point in time. Can't take in Bruiser, but meanwhile, we are seeing a hard push here. Walled down. sOaK lane. Making a play for this fort without the DK. And that just shows kind of how this comp is working very well for them. It's a very strong 4-man that sOaK is leading. Now Rock Your World, though. Power sliding into the backline, separating out Diablo. There's the silence, the growing infestation. sOaK has an awkward retreat angle, but down he goes. 90 gems. So he's going to go down for the full duration, but if anything, that's kind of a blessing in disguise, because what it means is that you are not going to lose your souls this early in the game and have to climb all the way back up. Malthael, though, going to channel top. So Roll1 going to be denied a channel for the time being. Malthael then going to be able to clear up this bruiser lane. DMN, though, in a bit of an awkward spot. He's going to get power slid, and down goes Raynor. So a great stagger there by Roll1 Esports. Going to give them a chance to get control of the lane, but meanwhile, down here in bottom, Tyrande is eventually moving on to this point. No, wisely is patient. Now Strokes, though, might have waited too long to retreat. No, going to be able to get away. Help of sOaK, but the Dragon Shrine is red. Malthael and Gul'dan, though, going to move on to Rexxar to try to take this. Rexxar going to have to walk out of here. Isha full health, though. Oh, no, the body blocks Medaho with the plays! Oh, that was an amazing body block there by Medaho to secure the kill onto Rexxar. Well played. And down goes Rexxar, and with it goes Misha. Which is weird, because Rexxar is the pet and Misha's the main hero. Yet nonetheless, killing the pet kills the main hero. Doesn't make sense. Sylvanas going to keep bottom channeled. But rotation potentially coming down bot, being potentially disrupted by sOaK. ETC trying to be in position to peel Zad out. Zad going to be able to walk away. ETC, though, extremely low on mana, but Rexxar is running top. Now Malthael is in the mid, ready to channel. Can Misha get there in time? There's the channel progress there. I think Misha's going to get it. Oh, wow, that was a close one. Meanwhile, Diablo engaging onto Zad on the bot. Zad has just a yellow health bar. Gul'dan almost done with that quest. The Drain Hope on to, but the last right flank by Medaho. What a great play. Medaho really playing at the top of the game at the moment. Zad gonna have to hearth here, and this is a chance for SEL to get control of this game and finally get us our first Dragonite. Medaho moving up to the top. Rexxar gonna move top as well. Medaho has not gotten onto the point yet, so no DK at the moment. Gul'dan, though, rotating up to join. Keeping an eye on this. Medaho moving on to Misha. Here's Gul'dan, stepping up. Gul'dan does not have Echoed Corruption done just yet. Neutral Bruiser Camp going to be picked up here by sOaK lane while they have two people top at the moment. But Big Beard just takes a ton of damage. Has to be careful. There's the power slide. Can they get the kill? Using the solo mosh to make sure they get that Gul'dan. It's a big ultimate to use, but it's going to enable them to get back into this game. And I think it's worth it if they get the Malthael here. They do. The Pyroblast, not even needed. And that's a double kill. And that will get Roll1 back into this game. They have lost this bot fort. They can clear this up here in a second. But now with a potential to get some control of this map. Bruiser Camp bottom being cleared up. ETC in the mid, meanwhile, with Poe. Rexxar potentially coming in onto the flank. There's a gravity lapse. We haven't listed ultimates yet. It is Last Right, Horrify, Shadow Stalk, Raiders, and APOC as the focus now onto Strokes. Trying to get the kill, but Big Beard has a yellow health bar, and sOaK gets horrified. Big Beard is still going to be able to walk away. Wanaba with a very awkward position now. Has to massive shove away. Tornado could get some damage on the Wanaba, but Wanaba does manage to get out of there with some help from Misha. The Shrine is blue. Stroke's going to get interrupted by the face melt, but Metaho in a great position to split the members of Roll1 Esports. No one channeling at the moment, but Big Beard going to get separated out by Diablo and go down, and that's the first kill of this fight. Rock Your World now having to retreat, and this will be a Dragonite heading over to the side of sOaK every lane. It's going to be Tornado jumping into it, and mark it down, 9 minutes, first DK. On the other side, by the way, we have the Mosh, the Boars, the Flailing Swipe, Pyroblast, and Wailing Arrow. So DK pushing in the mid at the moment. They are going to get this mid fort. With bottom fort down, it looks like they're just trying to open up lanes of rotation. Killing the bottom fort does help you get the bottom keep because it opens up where you can rotate. There's the APOC onto Zad. Great APOC combo. Even with the face melt, it wasn't enough as Zad had nowhere to go. Everywhere around where Zad was APOC. The DK gonna fall. ETC gonna go for this. There's the face melt. Lunar Flare. Good dodge there by Rock Your World. Horrify trying to buy some space. Does get onto Wanaba. Rock Your World starting to fall. There's the Flailing Strike trying to peel Rock Your World out. Last Right's gonna kill the Misha. And so, with that, unable to get the kill despite the separation. What does sOaK every lane do? They already have Malphite top. They're posturing up like they might want to go for the siege camp. Looks like they do. Trying to dismount now. If they can get the reset onto Diablo, it would help. There's the power slide. There's the silence, but Mosh is missed. sOaK really understanding where he needed to go for safety. Now Rock Your World getting the heals back up, trying to re-engage, but I don't think they can do this. The Eluded Chosen going to make sure sOaK is going nowhere. On the other hand, Misha does drop. And this will be a siege camp stolen. As sOaK every lane playing very, very strong at the moment. They are looking very good. And now level 16s, they have a chance to push up with this siege camp. Looks like they want to go for the tower. Echoed Corruption and the Ruinous Affliction here. There's the silence onto Diablo. ETC booping back in, but there just isn't the follow-up damage. And this is where I really would have liked to have seen a root combo here rather than the lingering spines. I get the thought process behind it, but just being able to land root combos is so big on sOaK, and I think with the ETC setting up, that could be very good. Still though, Roll1 not out of this game yet. For all that they've kind of lost on the map, they're only down 2 structures. And the Dragonites, as they scale late, can allow for some pretty nice comebacks. Roll1 has had comebacks on this map before that I've casted. Right now, Misha on the point. Rock Your World very far forward. There's the Lunar Flare looking for the combo. Echoed Corruption, gonna get onto Poe. Poe very low, having to blow the Mana Addict, but ETC having to use the Face Melt and the Flailing Swipe, trying to disengage this. Roll1 is gonna be able to get away, but they just cannot win these 4-man fights at the moment. And now we see possible rotation away, still unsure. Looks like sOaK gonna stay here. Potentially look for a gank, but now rotation away to mid. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, Metaho trying to go for the last rights onto Big Beard, but has to walk away. There's the stun. Rexar getting some damage out, but Big Beard is in last rights kill range. Has to stay safe. Last rights is up. Gonna be able to stay safe for the time being. Oh, but a chase onto the back line. Looks like ETC want to engage onto sOaK. They managed to get onto Sylvanas. Mosh is gonna be blown. There's some damage, but it's not going to be enough to secure the kill onto Gul'dan. Now Rock Your World trying to peel out the rest of the team. Rock Your World getting separated out. There is the flip shove. But Ruinous Affliction turning the health bar yellow for Poe. Poe is very low. Dropping the tap. Does sOaK have it? I don't... Oh, gonna stay alive. That was so close. Meanwhile, ETC channeling this point now, looking for the Hearth, and I think he's gonna get it. So that was pretty Houdini-esque there by Rock Your World, and actually a very good take onto the Shrine. Diablo gonna cap it back, though, and it looks like DMN is gonna get the channel here. Rexar gonna get on it too late. Dragonite is here. Once again, the focus. They're definitely looking for Gul'dan, but just every time not able to get that kill. And Echoed Corruption just doing gangbusters damage. And this DK is gonna run bot here as we see the defense forming. Malthael does go down to the top. They get the flank, so it's a 4v5 push. And actually might get strokes here as well. Meanwhile, the DK starting to wail on the core. Action kind of all over the map. No real follow-up for ETC. Strokes going to be able to get away. Meanwhile, this keeps starting to fall. Here comes the members of Roll1 collapsing. They need to get some kind of engage here. ETC does not have the Mosh. There's the APOC trying to disengage. Buy some space, but ETC in the back line now. Could cut off the retreat. Pyroblast trying to get in onto Diablo. Diablo is low. Alun's Chosen going to keep him alive. Sylvanas, meanwhile, going down in all of this. So Roll1 losing a fight once again. 4v5, and now Rock Your World very low. Lunar Flare. Rock Your World should be able to get out of there. But Roll1 Esports, once again, kind of losing that fight. And Rock Your World kind of getting separated from the team. Not able to peel out the Sylvanas. And with bottom keep down, the good boon on the side of sOaK every lane, DNM, and Tornado rotating up, looking like they want to do camp. And Roll1 Esports got to find a way to recover, but they're going to be facing level 20 very soon, and for quite some time, down 2 levels at this point. Yeah, the flailing swipes have been very good this game. I've been happy with Wanaba's ultimate choice. But overall, just we're not seeing the coordination from Roll1 that we've seen in the past. They're kind of getting into team fights that aren't really super winnable for them. And I like how sOaK every lane is pushing this match. Oh, Rock Your World is so low, flailing swipe, but the lunar flares have been on point. Strokes has just been killing it this series. And what are we seeing right now? sOaK every lane, thinking about maybe trying to end. They have 20, but gonna play the slow play. Malthael starting to do the bottom bruiser camp. Actually looks like they might try to go for the mid keep, or at least mid keep wall. Allow the DK to rotate through more quickly to the core. DK though, not gonna be up for a bit, but neither is ETC. Lunar Flare on the Misha. Does Misha go down? That's the question. Misha goes down. Oh, but there's a flip stun onto Poe, and Poe is in a bad spot. And once again, Tyrande has just been so accurate. Strokes really just landing these lunar flares so accurately, up to 18 stacks. And the last, finish the quest now, so the damage is going to be insane. There's the APOC combo. Zad manages to avoid the worst of it. Last rites isn't finished. It's a 4-man mosh. There's the silence. Can Roll1 turn this around? They get 2 kills. Rock Your World. There was the mosh they needed. And now the chase is on. Kael'thas is down, but can they get this kill into Philip K? The Alun's Chosen is there, though. Now Rock Your World trying to zone off Tyrande. Roll Your World trying to enable the team to re-engage this fight. Meanwhile, Sylvanas is back up now, but has to heal on the core. There is a split focus. It looks like Rexar wanted to be on Diablo, but now sOaK getting stunned out, and now sOaK in a bad spot, swiping Diablo into the wall, having to blow the slow. ETC gonna have to break off Tyrande to make sure Wanaba gets out of there, so not able to get the chase kill, as Rexar having to break off to make sure they don't lose health on core. The shields went down, almost. So good decision to break off. Not worth the core damage, but with 2 kills now, they have a chance. And Malthael, only about 18 seconds left, but actually gonna use the return, trying to make sure that Roll1 does not get a quick little Dragonite. But level 20's here now on the side of Roll1. 5v5 fight potentially up here in the top soon, although Rexar still bot, so at the moment 4v4, pretty even situation. Level 20s, let's take a look. We do have the Death Mosh from ATC. Gotta watch out for that. Horrify, though, gonna enable the kill onto Sylvanas. Gul'dan getting separated out. There's the Hellgate, trying to move in the line. There's the Mosh. But with everyone down, there's no attempt to follow up. Poe too low to engage this. And so, Roll1 gonna have to retreat. The Death Mosh not getting the value that they needed it to get. Especially with Sylvanas dead. Misha gonna drop as well. And this should be an opportunity for sOaK every lane to run mid and end the game. Are they gonna do that? Looks like they might be going for the DK. They figure, why not? It's the safe play. Gul'dan channels top. Metaho in the DK here. And it is gonna run it right down mid to this core.
Red team's core is under attack.
Focus on the core here. Pyroblast just trying to zone off Durando. The Durando play has just been exceptional this game, honestly. Philip K getting the Elune shows, and Stroke just continuing to auto-attack, though, and Philip K just refuses to die. And, man, sOaK every lane looked strong this series. They looked really strong. Taking Roll1 kind of on their best map with a lot of comfort picks. So sOaK every lane is going to take the domination, take this series 2-0. So we're going to see if we can do a post-game interview. We'll be right back here on the next gaming series, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the next gaming series, everyone. DB Smiley here, and I am joined by the victorious sOaK every lane, by the captain Philip K, and of course B Metaho. Guys, how you feeling after that one?
Oh, we're feeling great.
All right, so you guys right now, kind of, C West, it's or B West, excuse me, is pretty densely populated at the top. The top 4 teams are pretty close together. The top 5 teams pretty close together, and then the next group of teams are together. So what do you think it took for this match for you to get the domination and kind of stay in that upper echelon of teams in your division?
So do you mind if I answer my opinion on this?
Sure, go on.
Whenever people play against us, they put way too much priority on banning out my heroes. I
All
think
right.
other members of my team are much stronger and play much stronger heroes. It's just too easy.
Spoken like someone who wants to play their heroes.
Yeah. So with the second game, we got both the Samuro and the Gazlo ban. And I would say that I mean you play your heroes well. I would say you had some really good combos in game 1. So this is not to say that your team won and spite you at all. I don't think your team won explicitly because of you in game 1.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
so-
That's what I mean.
Yeah, and I think I can agree with that. And that's not in any way to disparage what I thought was a great game from Gazlo. Just in terms of I think really there was a lot of the pressure from the Diablo, and I think that came back in game 2. To that end, Philip, how are you feeling about that Diablo play?
I don't often get to play Diablo, but it's really fun to play him well.
Yeah,
Charging in, slamming people against walls, flipping them, and then Tyrande stuns and they die.
Yeah, and the Tyrande stuns were really on point. I was kind of hoping Strokes would be here. Strokes, I thought, played fantastic in both games. The Elun's Chosens were amazing. The Lunar Flares were amazing as well. All in all, just I think everyone on your team everyone on your team just played really well and brought their aim game tonight. Would you concur with that?
I would totally concur with that.
Oh.
And if you think Strix is amazing in Tyrande, you should see him on Chrome. It's
Yeah.
crazy when people let us take her.
Yeah, the Chromie was banned out in the first game. It was not banned out in the second game, but looks like Strokes was pretty comfortable on Tyrande, so hard to deny that pick. Taking a look at some of the stats, I don't have them up right now, but Strokes healing for almost 90,000 on Tyrande in that game, out healing the sOaK, which normally you don't see. sOaK with the AoE sustained healing. Usually his numbers can get a little inflated, but Strokes was just playing exceptionally.
Yeah.
We were actually planning on going Chromie game, which we were very sad when she got banned. So good on them for doing their research.
Well, with that, though, you guys are going to get the domination here. Thank you for letting me cast this series. To that end, the floor is yours for shoutouts.
Oh, thank you so much for doing this cast. It's casters like you and like everyone else who casts for NGS that make this series, scene, tournament, season great. One of those words is right. Shoutouts to my team for playing exceptionally well tonight. Kid, if you're watching this, sorry you couldn't be in it.
We accidentally
Do you
scheduled
have
them.
anyone you want to shout out?
Other than the enemy team, no, I think they played pretty decently too, and I was happy to play again because I haven't been able to do that before. Seen them around NGS for a few seasons.
All right. Well, with that, thank you guys for letting me cast the series. I had a lot of fun with it. In terms of thanking people, I mean, definitely thank the admin team of NGS from my end. I'm casting because I'm bored and I have nothing to do currently. Bouncing back and forth with Philadelphia and Charlottesville, and my Philadelphia days are quite boring. So, to that end, thank you for letting me do that. And also, huge shout outs to Falendrith and everyone who worked on Soothsayer. If my casts look halfway decent, it's not because I'm good, it's because Soothsayer makes it easy. So, huge shout out to them. And with that, we're going to bring this cast to a close, this doubleheader to a close. I will be back tomorrow, I believe at 8 p.m., same bat time, same bat channel. To that end, let me take a gander at, well, technically not same bat time. It's going to be a half an hour bat time earlier. So rather than starting at half past bat time, we're just going to start at bat time on the dot. Bat time being 8 Eastern. Taking a gander here. Let me just see who is casting. Who to toss it to. Ooh, can't counterpick Stupid versus Paraloop. That's a good game. I'm going to